seat down a little bit. It's your boy RC here. I'm gonna shoot a little quick video. Today is Tuesday, which is the one thing on Tuesdays where I recap what I learned on the one thing yesterday. Wow, man, yes. Well, he was interviewing a guy, the president of Top Golf, and this president was talking about the Dad Project, maybe something like that. He wrote a book about how he got advice from his dad friends on how to be a father, better husband. I think it was on how to be a father to his kids, because he had built, such a successful company that part right there. The only thing that's missing is being a successful father, because a lot of times when you're building that company, a lot of people neglect the family. They always gone on business trips, they always away, never getting to any of the games and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So he asked a bunch of his friends to just write him a letter, on how to do this thing. And they gave good advice. 42 letters is what they gave him, 42. And he said, you know what, let's go ahead and just make this a book. Let's make this a book and we'll go from there. So we ended up making it a book. We ended up being pretty successful. I mean, he's a successful guy anyway. We called on a lot of his mentors and stuff. And one of the things in there is, teaching the kids gratitude. One of the things that I caught in there is when you're doing business, leave the door open. A lot of times when Dad is doing business, we close the door on business matters. Paying bill matters. Household stuff matters. We close the door on that. The kids are shielded from that. I remember growing up, my parents never talked to me about paying bills until the lights got cut off. We never talked about that. And just hindsight 2020, it's probably a struggle, It's a struggle. Keeping the lights on and stuff like that, it's just a struggle. So a lot of times, people, what they do is, they keep the kids away from that. They don't want them, into the day-to-day things. And a lot of it got to do with pride, Don't want the kids to worry. I can understand that. He said one of the things in the kids like to feel is that they're loved and they're safe physically and mentally. That's what they want them to do. Those are some of the main things, and that's what we want our kids to do. We want our kids to feel safe and comfortable and loved. But at the same time, we can't shield them from everything. Right now in this in the economy now, the job force is a hard time for the job force of finding kids that had the same work ethic and want to work and would take any job and do their best at the job, but it's not like that. They're looking for the perfect job, because that's what we taught them. We taught them that hey, look, don't get in a dead-end job, a job you hate. I hate my job, blah, 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 and cha-cha-cha, just did that to make ends meet, to want to be better. So it's not that they don't work or they can't work. It's that they're not satisfied with just any work. That make any sense. We told them to carve their own way out, right? And then now they starting to carve it out. You're like, oh, you're lazy. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing that? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we put together. So it's like I always say, it's like the genie in the bottle. You ask for the wish, but then don't look all the way to its logical conclusion what the consequences for that wish is. That's with every decision that we make. From breakfast, yep, your boy had the big breakfast, which was turkey sausage, eggs, and pancakes, and grits. That's the big breakfast. But it does have a logical conclusion. So I immediately ran down and jumped on the elliptical. At least I burn off 200 or 300 of them calories immediately. But then the rest of the day I need to eat sensibly. You know, I always normally have a salad for dinner, but I need to have a sensible lunch as well too. Maybe I get the BTS meal. Oh no, let's throw that out there. But anyway, my daughter's a big BTS fan, and I told her I was gonna get the BTS meal from McDonald's, but I didn't, right? Because I don't like chicken nuggets. You know, somebody at work like chicken nuggets, I may buy it and let them eat the nuggets. I'll eat the French fries and then take the sauces home to my daughter so she'll have the BTS sauces. But anyway, then after that, you know, just listening to that, so I went home that night and talked to my younger daughter. She's starting a business. Listened to the ideas she had. Pretty solid stuff, you know, just listen to her. She pretty much on her game of what she's trying to accomplish and looking at the metrics and all that stuff like that. She's gonna be successful, right? She's pretty smart. But anyway, back to the one thing, right? And that's, she got it narrowed down to 3 things, and then she's gonna narrow it down to the one thing that she's gonna do on her store. But I talked to a guy the other day, and he told me about these blue waters, right? He didn't use the term blue waters, but I had heard that it's a book. I said I was going to listen to that book or read that book. I think it was on a podcast. Yeah, I need to check that book out. But anyway, that book was strictly saying that you need to move into a market where there's no competition in that market. You know, a blue water. Like I was saying, one of my clients, you know, he's you know, getting these big bin items from Amazon and reselling them and making a ton of money. But then we were talking, you know, once you get to a certain level, money is easier to be made because of not really a whole lot of competition on a grander scale, or the thinking is bigger. You know, like my boy Grant Cardone say, think big, or go bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because down here where everybody else been, the bushes. We chopping down bushes and thorns and thistles and briars and all kinds of stuff. We chopping all that stuff down. Oh, that truck getting up. But I gotta get up a little bit faster. Roll it with the TriStar, Shasta. Come on. Boys up on the freeway getting it. But you see what I'm saying though, right? Just that high thinking bigger. And she said, yeah, you know what, I was just thinking that the other day about how much monthly income I wanted to make. Then I saw some other, started searching YouTube and listening to other folks and saw what they was doing. I said, man, I'm thinking too small. That's right. That's what a lot of problems is now, is that we think too small. We need to think bigger, just like in one thing. Dream the biggest dream you can dream, and then go small and trust the dominoes will fall. But anyway, that's my recap from yesterday on the one thing. Now I'm gonna listen to some more one thing stuff today for the rest of the day. I dive into the book. To the rest of the listen to the book on that,